Good morning, everyone. This morning we are going to talk about futuristic fears that we still have about Trump and his supporters. We are all privy about the fact what happened last Wednesday on Capitol Hill, that they created a scene uglier than the scenes created by lots of third world goons and thugs. American Republicans, supporters of Trump, created embarrassing scenario for America, American leaders, American people, and mostly about American democracy. That scenario was the worst scenario ever witnessed, even in the worst third world nations with all kinds of worst economic thugs. We never thought that this kind of scenario can occur, emerge, or beget in American society, which is the champion of democracy. This was rogue and rowdy, totally violent, totally hoodlum scenario of the hoodlums who claim themselves the supporter of Trump. So I have created 4 points elaborating what happens and what is still fearful to happen. We are all fearing that it might happen before the noon of 20th of January, when inauguration will take place, sworn-in ceremony will take place, and Biden will be sworn in as the next president of America. But these goons, these thugs, these hoodlums, these notorious elements are still going to do something, and they have been doing something. Just yesterday, they heckled another senator at the airport. So this thing is not totally fizzled out. It is going on, it's a smoldering, smoke is coming out, and when the fire will erupt, nobody can predict. There are still 10 more days to go. Lots of days for these violent, terrorist, radical Republican supporters to do anything they want. And they will probably do something real big on 20th of January on the inauguration day. Title I've given is Winter is Coming. Winter is coming means worst time, worst calamity, worst catastrophe, worst massacre coming. That is the meaning of winter is coming. I've created 4 points. Point number 1 is Trump's supporters may reignite second wave of insurrection. Perhaps before the 20th of January, Trump supporters are going to get even angrier. Even mob is going to become more violent. And they are going to resort to some kind of insurrection. They are going to ignite second wave of same kind of violence, radicalism, same kind of terrorism. Because 10 days are there, they are getting all kinds of green light and thumb up from Trump. So they are going to dedicate themselves, they are definitely going to resort themselves to some kind of even more deadlier waves before or on 20th of January, when Biden will be inaugurated. Number 2, Trump's second impeachment may fuel the smoldering fire. Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker of the House, has been trying strenuously, working ardently to impeach Trump. Impeach means kick him out from the White House before the 20th of January, even though there are only 10 days for Trump. But she is not willing to tolerate even 10 days or give him a satisfaction of what he did on 6th of January. She's preparing every single thing, and just tomorrow, on Monday, the bill will be tabled, the debate will be carried out, and probably by the sundown of Monday, the impeachment plan will be all ready, studies will be all worked out, and probably they are going to kick him out tomorrow by evening. Though there are lots of negative voices against that impeachment because they are scared that impeachment is going to anger Trump's supporters even more furiously, and they are going to resort to even more violent activities. That is why everybody is trying to dissuade. This was Nancy Pelosi not to go ahead with second impeachment plan. So now we have to wait and see what happens tomorrow, whether they are going to go ahead with impeachment plan or they are going to just let it slide away and give 10 more days to Trump to carry out whatever violent envision or violent device that he has devised. But we are going to see tomorrow what happens. Number 3, Trump might have some tricky tricks concealed in his sleeves. Trump is not a dovish leader, but he is a hawkish leader. He is very violent. He is very dirty, conniving leader. And he is not definitely going to let the White House go out of his hand peacefully, graciously. So next 10 days he might devise some more tricks, some more conniving things, conniving ideas and conniving practices. And he might do something even more radical than what happened on the 6th of January within the next 9 days. But tomorrow we have to wait and see what happens. People or his supporters are still furious. He is inflaming them, he is inciting them, he is egging them, rather I should say, is egging them to resort to this kind of practices to disturb the transition of power. Point number 4 is Trump will now go, but with big bang and not little bang. Keep your fingers crossed. On 8th of January, he conceded his defeat and he acknowledged that he is going to now focus on the smooth transition of power on 20th of January. But he is not going to attend the sworn-in ceremony or inauguration, which I have written already about a week ago in the title, Trump will attend or not. And I said that no, Trump is not going to attend. That was GS prediction. And that is what happened 2 days ago. Trump said that he is not going to attend the ceremony which GA said 4 days before him. So he's not going to leave, he is going to leave now, but he's not going to leave with little bang, means quietly, graciously, silently. He's not going to leave, but he's going to create some kind of big bang in America's White House on the day or before the day of sworn-in ceremony of Biden. Because he's too bitter, he's too furious, he's too angry, he's too violent, and he's not going to let this thing happen quietly, graciously, peacefully, or with tranquility, but severe tantrums. Not tranquility, but tantrums. We have to keep our fingers crossed and pray to God. Say prayer to God that everything comes out graciously, peacefully, and without any kind of violence, without any kind of bloodshed. 5 people are already dead, and no more people should be dead anywhere in the world. God bless everyone on this planet and bless His grace, that everything happens everywhere in the world graciously, gracefully, and with lots of peace and tranquility. Thank you very much for listening. Tomorrow we're going to talk about something else. Until then, God bless everyone on this planet. Amen.